Hi, I'm Janine Wilson, and I am the undergraduate chair here at UC Davis. I'm an associate professor of teaching economics, and I also advise the Undergraduate Women in Economics Society and the Department of Economics Collective.
Your research topics and interests are quite extensive, I'm sure, but could you give us a summary of what you research?
Absolutely. So, what I research is really how to more effectively teach economics in higher education. Like, that's really what I do. Like, how we can teach economics in a way that lets the students know how relevant it can be for their lives, right? Like, we all come from different backgrounds, we all have different goals. But what's really nice about the economics toolbox is that it can help you in the private sector, in the public sector. It can help you at anti-poverty campaigns. It can help you profit when you're at this profit maximizing technology firm. And what my goal is with my research is to make sure that we're teaching economics in a way that students understand the toolbox itself and how it can be used in their lives.
How are women and students of other races, ethnicities, and socioeconomic backgrounds impacted by the uptick in online and hybrid learning?
Okay, this is such a good question. What was interesting is when I started doing research on online learning, I was convinced that our more vulnerable students were finding online and hybrid learning a disadvantage, like that would be something that would create more disadvantage to a group that was already potentially vulnerable. And so I set to prove my point, and it turns out it is not clear. It turns out that some of our students find online learning extremely helpful when designed properly. Because imagine you're someone whose high school did not actually give you a good background in math or in some aspect of that you need, some aspect of your education you need for an economics class. You can take those videos and rewatch and rewatch and rewatch to make sure that you get the concept. Whereas when you're dumped into a lecture hall that's massive and you get behind, it's hard to find a way to catch up. So what we find is online learning can be helpful in some contexts, but if you do not have access to resources at home, then online learning can be incredibly destructive. So it is this fine tipping point where there can be advantages, but there can also be massive disadvantages if it's not treated really carefully, where students are given strict deadlines so that they keep up, that they are given access to resources so that their internet doesn't drop. My most perfect design right now that I'm testing is a hybrid design where you get some online learning, but you also get the in-class interaction so that you get the advantage of having your peer and your instructor interactions. You learn in a community, and you still get some online videos that get you the basic concepts so that you're showing up feeling prepared, not feeling like you're behind. So the jury is still out. I am still working on this. There is not the final paper published yet. But what's happening is our more vulnerable students can see some huge disadvantages from online learning, but there are also some huge advantages they could find from online learning. And so what we're trying to do right now is figure out how to exploit the advantages without falling into the trap of really putting them in a worse situation.
How do you suggest students who are eager to engage more with their professors and their work approach professors and communicate with them?
Yeah, this is such a good question because professors can be intimidating. It's true. Really, office hours, I know students hear it all the time, but office hours are really a space where faculty are looking forward to hearing questions and are not distracted. It's often difficult if a student were to just pop into an office, they often get some cold greeting. It's because there's some deadline or they're thinking of something, like it's just not a good time. But office hours are the perfect time to coming in the first 2 weeks before the office is packed with people worrying about studying is a really good time to come in and just ask for suggestions. We are actually really excited to talk about our research. We're excited to get to know you, and office hours are really a great way to do so.
What sets the economics department at UC Davis apart from other economics departments at other universities?
This is such a good question. I love this question because really it's our faculty. Our faculty are incredibly accomplished. You regularly have their work quoted in The Economist magazine. They're quoted in the tippy top journals, the American Economic Review. They are very, very good at doing economic research and contributing to the overall discourse about economics. And they're passionate about teaching undergraduate and graduate students. They really want to have a classroom that's welcoming. They want to have students find success in their topic that they're communicating. Like, they're really a warm and friendly and engaging group of people who are very collegial. We support each other. That's fun whenever I have various seminars, and I've spoken to people at other universities that don't have this experience. Here, people want to be part of it. Whenever I float a policy about, okay, how should we approach this with our undergraduate teaching? So many of our faculty have opinions about how it should be done. They want to connect with new classes, new ideas. They care about teaching students and preparing them for life after graduation. And I think that's what's really special about the UC Davis Economics Department.